he has his feet crossed, right? And he's sitting upright, yeah. So what I want to do is, let's say I'm not good at doing my elbow knee escape here, so I want to frame on his hip. I'm going to do a nice bridge all the way over to my side to get my ear on the floor. And then I'm going to use this frame to snake out. So snake, 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 to snake out. And I bring my shin in and go single leg X, right? Same thing like if he's just sitting upright here. I'm just going to frame on the hip, keep my elbows on the inside. I'm going to bridge up all the way over to my side here. Now I'm going to use this frame to snake out, bring my left shin in, and go to my single leg X, right? One more time. I'm on the hip. I bridge up all the way so my ear is on the ground. Because if I just bridge up here, it's going to be hard for me to turn the corner to snake out. So I want to go up, 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 up here, snake, bring my shin in, single leg X, and our standard recovery. Okay? So simple mount escape, bridge snake. Any questions? All right, 1, 2, 3. So one of the worst things you can do is try and be flat on your back and then try to bench press your partner up and then just try to like kick here. Nothing's gonna happen, right? You might get past if you're like stronger, but I wanna focus on the mechanics a little bit. So first thing is if he has cross face, right? It's easier for me to get rid of this cross face just by doing a little bit of bridge and a nudge and then bringing my ear lower to his chest. So now once we're here, we're gonna get our frame in. And when you're kipping, you're always more mobile when your back is rounded, your chin's tucked in, right? If I'm flat like this, and then I try to go, nothing's really gonna happen. So I keep my frame here, I bring my knees to my chest, and now I'm rounded. And then I can start creating space to get my legs in. And so what I'm doing while I'm in this position is, here, so go back to cross face, right? Nice and tight. And so once I'm here, my back is rounded, I'm framing against his hip, and I want to bring my knees to my elbows. So my back's rounded, and I'm creating space. Once we get closer with our elbows and our knees, then you can choose what you want to do. Whether you go to like butterfly, single leg X, you know, standard X, reverse X, it's really up to you. But I want you to have a rounded back, framing on the hip, and then we're creating space with our knees. So he has cross face, right? We're just gonna do a little bit of a bridge, go a little bit lower, get our frames in. Bring our knees to our chest and around our back, moving our legs up to create space so we can clear our knee, so we can get back into a guard position. So, one more. Here, a little bit lower. Frame, bring our knees in, and then we're extending our legs up just to get to this position, and then you can choose where you want to go from here, whether it's single leg X, X, or butterfly. So, rounded back, right? So we're bridging, ear, framing. I bring my knees to my chest, rounded. And now I'm kicking as I start bringing my elbows and knees together. And once we have inside position, then you can go to like butterfly, single leg X, or whatever from there. Okay, any questions? All right, 1, 2, 3. Let's say we're pushing. You can always pendulum your legs, right, to create space. You don't have to stay neutral, right? This can give you a little bit of space you need to get your legs on the inside, right? So if you're here, and let's see, you're doing everything right, or you feel like you're doing everything right? Your back's rounded. You can always pendulum a little bit to create a little bit of space. Okay, so try it again. If you're getting locked up, pendulum your legs a little bit, and do that same movement. Yes, for Christian.
Are you extending your arm like that post as much as you can?
So,
or only at the end?
So if you just, you can loosen up a little harder. If you just push here, right, this is going to give you a lot of problems. You want to make sure that you have a nice frame. You only want to get to elbow to knee, right? If you're here, it's going to be hard to get elbow to knee and you're putting yourself in danger. You should be more tighter like that. So not out here where you're bench pressing, tighter here where you're getting your legs in. Go again. All right. So here, just a little bit, creating space. Okay? All right, just do that small adjustment, please. 1, 2, 3. So we start in mount. So if your partner's tied up with you, it would not be a good position, like if he's grapevine or crossing his feet. But if he just got to mount and he's in this position, right, we're gonna get our frame in, our elbows on the inside, right? So I don't wanna connect my hands here. I wanna keep my left arm tight and my right one's gonna frame on the hip. I'm gonna bridge up real high onto my side like this. So once I'm on my side, make sure that your elbow doesn't pass that hip line here, because then he will take your back. And same thing the other way. If your arm goes too far this way, he's gonna flatten me out. So just keep that in mind. So now once you're here and you have your hips up high, your left arm's here, once he starts going slowly to the back, you're gonna do like a little granby roll over the shoulder, create space, and then come up. So it looks like this. We're here, frame, we're just going over the shoulder, and we're just heisting our leg like this. So my right hand stays on the hip, it turns into a push. My left one goes into his ankle. So he just got there, I bridge, create space. Once he starts going, I roll, and then I come up, right? You don't want this arm to start to track the shoulder or the armpit, because then you're gonna be in armbar territory, but the hip is safe. So we'll go slow, slow, slow. So I'm bridging onto my side. My hips have to be high. Then when he starts going, I'm going tucking my head and I'm rotating and coming up. So again. So I've done this a few times, but I don't see many people doing it in training. So bridge, he goes, right? I create space and come up. So one more time.
You're keeping contact with that right leg the whole time though, right?
Yeah, so here, you talking about his right leg?
Yeah.
Yeah, so once I start to do my little small kind of granby, then I'm connecting with that ankle. So, bridge it up, creating that frame. Once I feel the weight shift, I rotate over, and I come up. Okay. Questions? All right, 1, 2, 3.